Hello everyone, welcome again this week to our video tutorials. We thank you for always liking our video tutorials. Thank you for always commenting on our video tutorials, and thank you for always sharing these video tutorials to everyone that is in need of these video tutorials all around you. And we must also thank you for subscribing to our YouTube channel. This week we continue in the series of our lighting, and this week we are talking about the basic types of lights that you use in lighting your film. The basic type of lights that you use in lighting your film. We are not talking about the brands of lights. We are not talking about whether you're using Fresnel, you're using LEDs or whatever, but we are talking about the type of lights that you position on your set to make a good look of your film. We're talking about the type of light you position on your set to make a good look or a natural filming of your film. This type of light you use in making your film great, I will classify them into two. The first class of this type of light is based on their position on set. These lights are classified based on their position on set. Example of this type of light is base light. Base light is a type of light that is positioned at the base to light the jaw of a subject. For example, if you are looking at me right now, you know that I don't have any base light here because there is no light that illuminates my jaw. So a light that illuminates the jaw of a subject is referred to as a base light. So this light is classified based on the position it occupies on set. So you can use a base light to clear the jaw shadow of anybody that you have on your set. For example, now if you look at me critically, you will know that I have a jaw shadow. Take for example, this is an example of what we refer to as base light. The light that is positioned at the base to light the jaw of a subject that you have on your set. This is an example of a base light. So I'm using a phone to show us the example of what base light is. A base light is a light you position at the base of a subject to illuminate the jaw shadow, to clear the jaw shadow of a particular subject. So they are always positioned from the base to light the jaw or to light from the base of a particular subject. Now, another example of a light classified based on the position of such light is side light. Most times, side lights are lights that are positioned on the side, illuminating the subject from the side. They are basically illuminating the subject from the side. Take, for example, here, I have a side light. This is a side light. A light that is illuminating the subject from the side is referred to as a side light. If I have to put off every other light available here and I retain the side light, the effect you will see, it's going to make my film look like horror film. Because at that moment, it will look like an effect. I'm creating an effect on the body of the subject. So side light is basically the light that you position to light the subject from the side. So that is another example of light based on their position. Another example of light based on their position is backlight. Backlight is a light that you use to illuminate the subject from the back. It illuminates the subject. It's directed at the subject from the back. If you look at me critically now, I have a backlight. And my backlight shows a color green. You can see the color green at the edges of my hair around me, at the edges of my shoulder, all around me. That is an effect of a backlight. If I put off that backlight, you will not see that effect all around me again. So this is another example of classes of light based on their position. So the position of that light at the back to directly illuminate the subject from the back is making that light to be named backlight. So backlight is the example of light that you can see showing green all around me. Now, the second class of light is based on what they are used for, on the set. The second class of light is based on what they are used for on the set. The first example of such light that is classified based on what they are used for on set is the key light. The key light. Key light is the major light that illuminates the set. Major light that illuminates the subject, or major light that illuminates the set that you are filming. Now, I will still be talking about key light in another series. I will still be explaining very many things about key light in another series for you to understand what key light is all about. But majorly, key light is one of the class of lights based on what they are used for on set. Another example of light based on what they are used for on set is a fill light. Fill light. The light that is used to fill up a particular side of a particular object. I will still talk about this in another series. Another example of light based on what they are used for on set is background light. Background light. Background lights are lights that are used to illuminate the background on set. They are basically used to illuminate the background on set. If you look at me very critically, if you watch our video last week, you will realize that the type of light we used for the background last week was not this color. That is an example of what we refer to as background light. So this is what is called a background light based on what it is used for on the set. So because the light is basically used to illuminate the background, we refer to it as background light. Another example of light based on what they are used for on set is rim or kicker. Rim or kicker. Rim or kicker are lights that are used to highlight a particular part of the subject. They are used to highlight a particular side of the object. For example, I can use a light to highlight my nose. I can use a light to highlight my hair. I can use a light to highlight a particular part of me. Take, for example, if you have a character in your movie that is smoking cigarettes, you can use a light to highlight the cigarette and the smoke of the cigarette. That light is referred to as kicker or rim. So this is the light that is classified based on what they are used for on set. I want to repeat all these type of light that I've mentioned. The example of the first class of the type of light based on their position is the side light, the base light, and the backlight are first example of light classified based on their position. And the background light, kicker, key light, and fill light are light based on what they are used for on set. And the last one that I want to also mention based on what they are used for on set is the practical light. Practical lights are lights that are basically revealed on the set. You intentionally position that light in the shot for the audience to see. Example is bedside lamp, local lamp on set, different type of lights that you can position on set that your audience can see in the shot are referred to as practical light. If I have put on the light behind me right here, I will have told you that this will have been my practical light that is on set. But this is just for the designs of the set. Thank you for watching our video tutorial this week. God bless you.